All right, so tonight we are making a tier list of streamers who can't cook or who don't cook, but have done cooking streams and videos. I'm not just ranking them. I decided that what we can do is in my kitchen, Launchpad's kitchen, my professional kitchen that is imaginary that I just made up right now. Where do they rank? What station would they work? The Sous Chef. These are for the streamers that can actually like really cook. They're genuinely good cooks and they know what they're doing. No complaints. We've got our line cooks. These are the ones that show they know how to cook pretty well. They're not amazing, but they can make a decent tasting meal. The stage. Now, what's a stage? Most of you probably don't know what that means. A stage is a term used in professional kitchens to where you basically come work a shift or a few shifts, oftentimes to just get experience at the restaurant. But what I've experienced where I've worked, it's also used as a term for a trial shift. A stage is somebody that comes in and they cook a shift or two with you and to see if they can hang in the kitchen. So the stage, this is going to be for streamers who could probably be decent cooks if they, committed to it. If they can maybe hang, we're going to put them in the stage tier. Then we have dishwasher. Dishwashers are the guys that they're just not making good food. Well, we don't want them anywhere near our food. And that's not a dig on dishwashers in real life. Real life dishwashers are the backbones of restaurants. But in this case, they're just the people we don't want touching our food. Finally, we have get out of my kitchen. Get the fuck out of my kitchen. These are the guys that just are horrifying, irredeemable, showing terrible kitchen safety. Don't want them anywhere near anything. As you see my Chrome tabs that are eating all of my RAM right now. 15 videos. Now there's, I think, 16 streamers because there's this last one here has 2 of them. So let's take a look. We're going to start off with Hot Chubby.
Let's go now. Food time
This
because I'm really hungry.
Is so pink. Okay. That scares me. How she's trying to cut that scares me. I feel like she's going to cut her hand off. Like, not just a finger. She's going to cut her whole fucking hand off. Yes, well, now she's at least holding the knife correctly. She's got a pinch grip on the knife, which I'll give her points for that.
And deal it.
God, did you hear that crunch? Listen.
And deal it.
That's a dull knife. I mean, you can already tell it's dull based on how it was going through the corn and, like, how these mushrooms are frayed and everything. That's a really dull knife. That's a really unfortunate sear that pan gave it.
1 centimeter is perfect.
She's cutting it with scissors. Why? That hurt to watch. Not even because of the cooking, but it was just so bright and pink and happy, and oh god, it hurt. That first spot with the knife scared the hell out of me. But then, she was holding it correctly. Pretty sure she was using a wildly dull knife. The food did look reasonable at the end. The food even looked like something I might eat. No, she's above dishwasher for sure. I'm thinking stage or line cook. I think we're gonna put Chubby at stage. I think she has potential to be a good cook. We need to see a little bit more from her. We need to see her run a service with us, see if she can keep up with tickets. Stage can't be trusted until you observe her show better knife skill safety. Absolutely. All right, next up we have S-Fand. Now, S-Fand, he does a lot of cooking streams, but there's definitely an element of him throwing. I don't think I've ever watched one of his cooking streams completely, but I do like it. I'm actually a big fan of S-Fand. I like him a lot. So let's see what he can do. All right, so real quick, sidebar, the chef hat. This is called a toque. I hate chef toques. I have always hated chef toques. I think that they look stupid, and I get angry when I see them. I just hate them. There's a reason you don't see any chefs ever wearing these outside of culinary school. I hate these hats so much that I don't think there's a single chef that I know that would be caught dead wearing one. S-Fam, please put the knife down.
A big knife for a big meal.
You're waving a giant knife around.
Knife bigger than yours?
All right, so he's got his finger on the spine of the knife. He's not in a pinch grip. His fingers aren't tucked.
Don't hold it, please don't hold it.
As you can see, this is a Shogun Series X.
Shogun Series. Oh, he's using a daul strong. All right, it doesn't matter if he uses it incorrectly then.
Wow, almost.
Wow, almost is like the best descriptor of what just happened.
I'm gonna wash my hands again because I have this weird thing where my hands get slimy and then I have to always wash them.
Or because you just touch raw meat. It may be for the wrong reason, but at least he's washing his hands after touching raw meat. So far, you know, his knife skills aren't thrilling me. They're not terrible, but they're not great either. But he's showing good kitchen hygiene so far. Salting prior to cooking. That's smart. Salt and pepper before cooking. Smart. We'll take that. Just use a towel. Oven mitts are useless. Nobody needs oven mitts. Ever. Just use a towel. I hate oven mitts so much. I have some because people have gotten them for me. But just use a fucking towel. It's the same thing. Flip $5 steak knives. Might as well.
Okay.
I've done worse, honestly. I've also flipped a steak with my bare hands, so I'm not really one to talk. Is he going to try to pan flip the steak?
It's not gonna work.
No, it's not going to work, Asfan.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Ooh, that's smooth. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Good sear.
So
Really
good,
nice.
dude. Nice.
I mean, the steak he cooked looks decent. Yeah, it's hard to see. They didn't do a close one. It looks like he got a solid medium rare on it, though. Asfan actually cooked a decent steak. You know, I think there's some debate about whether or not he could actually cook the steak, but I mean, he salt and peppered it, he put it in the hot pan. He came out with a decent medium rare. His knife skills scared me a little bit, but at least he was holding it correctly for the most part, and he had good kitchen hygiene. I'm going to put Asfan at line cook. When it came down to it, he could actually run some tickets. Yeah, Asfan, I would say, is what we call a cowboy cook. Some of the best cooks I've ever worked with are cowboy cooks. I wouldn't say that Asfan would be one of the best cooks I've ever worked with. Cowboy cooks are people that throw some technique out the window to get the shit done. One of the guys I worked with at my last restaurant was a cowboy cook. Best goddamn line cook I've ever seen in my life. And sometimes it's just about throwing the food in, making sure it cooks, and getting it out. Up next, we have QTCinderella. We're going to watch the video, but preemptively, Sous Chef. I haven't seen this video, but QTCinderella genuinely knows how to cook. She went to culinary school. She used to be a cake decorator. Let's see what she can do, actually. But, like, there's no doubt in my mind that she should be right here. So we'll see, and maybe if I have to change my mind and drop her, but I think she's a sous chef.
Always unsalted when you're baking, unless it says otherwise.
Always
if you have
unsalted, yes.
salted, and you're like,
My
oh no,
God.
I can't make the brownies,
Thank
I don't
you.
have unsalted.
It
And
matters
you
a
might
little
think,
bit.
why
Not
the
as
heck
much
is
as
there brown
people make it
sugar in
out
this
to be, but it
recipe?
does.
Brown sugar
I mean,
has
there's
molasses
salt.
in it.
It does
would you like
matter
to
a little
help?
bit.
Sorry guys, my sous chef showed up a little late for work. Powder alone,
I do
encourage
wish
you to do it
that
now.
she
Super
was
bitter and
doing these
super
by
gross.
weight.
But a lot of us made the mistake as kids, and if you
but
didn't make that mistake as kids,
I think
you
given
should
her audience,
make the mistake
that
now.
doing it by
My
volume
cocoa
is
powder's
more
kinda
accessible.
old, so it's like really lumpy. So I'm gonna run mine through the sifter. I assume you guys
'Cause
won't have to.
not
'cause you
everybody
probably
has a
don't have
scale in
old
their
cocoa
kitchen.
powder.
So
You know what?
far,
I don't even know if I have a 9
very
by 9.
little to
Sad day
actually.
for this
I don't think I have
early.
really anything to criticize, other
You
than
do want to grease your pan, which I always
using
forget to put
volume
pan spray
instead
on the
of weight,
list.
but,
So if you
know,
don't have
again,
pan spray,
scales.
just use.
Oh, and look at her cleaning her station. Beautiful.
Powder does is actually mask that corn flavor. So corn flour is a really, really good replacement when you can't have gluten. Now, if you're vegan, you can replace the butter with margarine and the eggs with applesauce. Listen, I got your solutions, boys, okay? Look, guys, I got
And
some
she
cute
even knows the
Valentine's Day
substitutions off the top of her head.
Can you
Great.
tell these are docking? Docking refers to.
Do you guys like docking in the kitchen? Do you guys dock when you cook? Because I certainly love a little bit of docking when I make a cake.
We
Oh,
added
look at that.
sprinkles on
People
char?
cooked along with you. That's
Hell
great.
yeah.
I cannot wait to start doing cooking streams again and like have people cook along and post their pictures. Because way back when I did do a few cooking streams, that would happen. It was a lot of fun. Easy sous chef tier. Clearly knows what she's doing. Also, like, just knowing a little bit more about her, she's a hard fucking worker. She pretty much single-handedly put on the streamer awards. Just total bad bitch. Definitely somebody I would work next to in the kitchen. This is the easiest ranking all night. She's going to be alone at the top. I think that she will be alone at the top. The only actual criticism I have for Cutie's video is that she was wearing a Def Leppard shirt. Charlie, another preemptive call is going to be get out of my kitchen. I've seen a couple of Charlie's cooking videos and they scare me.
What?
What? Why?
Why?
Why did he? I mean, honestly, I've done that exact thing before. I've gone to like separate egg whites, and I've just accidentally cracked the whole fucking egg into the sink. I've completely done that.
Oh my god,
Let the master.
Not twice in a row, though.
It still has a little
Oh,
ways
that's
to
going to
go
be
yet.
so
It's not
black.
even its
He's
140
right, that
minutes.
pan's going to be so hard to
It's in that
clean.
range. I hope you don't
Knife in the pan, always a good idea. Oh god, it's so burned. It's so just
Matt
fucking
is scared for
scorched to
his
the
life.
pan.
I agree.
Look what Chef Charlie cooked up.
Let me take a little look here.
Oh god, that's so bad.
Pretty good. That looks nice.
I like how you
I'm gonna have nightmares about that.
liquid.
Looks pretty good.
Holy shit. Yeah, so no question there. Voice critical, Penguin Zero, Charlie, however you want to refer to him. He is not allowed in the kitchen. He can, I don't know what he can do in the restaurant. Maybe he can be a host or something. But he's not touching the food. He's not touching the dishes. He's going to be a hazard to everyone and himself. We have Ludwig. I'm excited for this video, because I'm a big Ludwig fan. He's probably my favorite streamer, favorite content creator in general. I really like Ludwig. But also, I used to be a pizza guy, so I want to see what he can do. But I mean, he's starting off by blooming yeast. I mean, he's going
So we'll
going
let
straight
it
into like
bloom
actually
for a
making
bit
dough.
longer.
Wasn't the
And this is
best
your dough.
dusting of
And
your
so
work
the
surface I've
dough
ever seen.
has all, now olive oil actually makes this process a lot easier too. So I like to just
But
throw
I mean,
it.
I mean, still, what he's
directly into my
doing is
hand
fairly
into the
sound.
dough.
I don't know about this
Supposed to be
right
like a
here.
tablespoonish. This is how
I mean,
do it.
I mean,
I use
olive
my
oil
left
on the
palm,
pizza
and I
dough,
use my
yes,
right one to
but
kind of flip it over.
the way
Kinda
he's
like
doing
those
it,
Japanese.
he doesn't
need
have
to cover
the
it with a
best
plastic
grasp
wrap.
on everything, but like he's
you know,
approaching the
slightly
point.
Cover it. So the sauce is actually super easy. It's half a can of crushed tomato, a bit of olive oil, some oregano, and some salt. That's it. Key to this pizza.
Not the
and this
worst.
Is what makes this
It's
pizza
definitely
taste
not
so good.
great.
At the end of the
He
day,
used quality
pizza's
tomatoes.
but basically, you need something that will stick to the bottom of the dough that will not stick to your pizza stone or steel. Because
That's
this is very sticky dough.
Very
I would
correct.
not
Oh, his
help
dough stretching
coax it
technique
into a
is
circle.
already off to a bad
Kind of
start.
pinch from the edge.
He
thin
could
enough
work it on the
that you
table
can
right
cook
there,
it
and it would turn
in the
out
oven.
really great.
Spin it.
Sir,
He's using
don't
fresh
worry,
basil.
It's
That's
going
great.
into a 500
Good mozzarella,
degree
fresh
oven.
basil. He made the dough from scratch. His pizza sauce leaves a little bit to be desired, but
Hey, look
you
at
know,
So I'm just grabbing a handful of cornmeal. I'm just gonna throw her under.
that's what you do when the
cornmeal
pizza's
dough.
sticking to the
You just want it
peel.
to slide around.
Is you
know
throw a
what I
little bit of semolina or cornmeal or whatever,
Can't
that way
ever
it'll
just be
slide off.
sitting there.
Very little criticism. Yeah, he made the dough from scratch. His sauce could have been a little bit cooked. He used quality ingredients. Yeah, I'm gonna give Ludwig a solid line cook. Valkyrae. And so yeah, she's attempting protein blueberry banana nut muffins.
This doesn't seem too difficult. It doesn't seem that hard. We need vegetable oil.
I've already made my decision.
It's in a cup like this. I stole it from the 100
We're gonna
Thieves
see
house.
where we can go with it, but I think I've
Before
already
I
made
had
my decision.
oil. I have a cramp in my thumb.
Oh, she's trying. Hey, she did it.
So it'll be chocolate, protein, banana nut muffins.
It's a bold
sounds
move.
wrong.
Let's see how it works.
Don't put it in, don't put it in. What could possibly go wrong?
A lot. I think I actually
I
tried
will do
using
this when I'm a
like
level
adding
2 chef.
protein powder once.
I guess, you know.
I don't
when you're
remember what I
level
was
1,
making. It was when I was still like really like kind of learning how to cook.
wanna see me mix?
And I feel like I tried that and it fucked everything up. She could definitely be scooping that a little bit better. It doesn't look terrible. I think we can go. I think we found our dishwasher. She stumbled her way through making box muffins, but we can put her in the dish room. She had a good attitude. She kept clean. I think dishwasher with potential to be moved up to the line later on. I think that if she was a little bit more confident in what she was making, I would have put her at stage. But because it was just box muffin mix, and she seemed a little confused for a lot of it, I think dishwasher. But again, like most dishwashers in restaurants, if you do a good job, we're gonna try you out on the line. So she has potential. But for now, we need somebody on dish. Tyler One's protein cake.
How do you work a fucking stove? This is like fucking science.
That's a really hard start. How do you work a fucking stove?
Boys, we only have 3 eggs. So, you know, gonna be tasty today. 3 eggs short, boys.
All right, he has no concept of mise en place.
Kill me now!
His station was not ready for service.
Did you know it's impossible to hold an egg in your palm and break it?
Now we only have 2 eggs.
I'm doing something wrong. There's no way.
He just now realized he's doing something wrong. Jesus Christ. All right, so Valkyrae
Toss that on there
put
real quick.
a totally appropriate amount of
mixer
protein
again?
powder compared to
Alright,
this.
guys.
What the fuck?
Wait, do I spray the pan before?
It's only a game.
Why would you spray it after?
I mean,
That looks
can't wait
horrifying.
to dive right in there.
I love how much he's poking at it like he doesn't
Can't wait.
actually want to try
I
it.
can't wait to try. Mmm, yummy! Wow!
That was the fakest fucking yummy. Yeah, there he is. Is there any question? Get the fuck out of my kitchen. One of the easiest ones tonight. Stay out of the kitchen, Tyler. PayMoneyWubby. Cooking for his dad. PayMoneyWubby looks like a guy that can cook. A large bearded guy standing in front of a pile of food. And as a large bearded guy
for you guys
that stands in front of piles of food, I can relate.
What do you do? How does it get wet? What do you mean? How do I make batter? Fuck.
Okay, maybe I assumed
messy,
wrong.
bro.
Oh no.
Anyone else nervous in chat right now? Who's nervous?
I'm very drunk.
Oh,
If I were to
that's
look at chat
bad.
right
He
now,
wasn't
I'm
even
gonna
on the
go,
cutting
"Oh, you're
board.
so
What are you
talented.
doing?
Good for you. You're killing the
What are you
game.
doing?
Oh, so tall.
Man,
That was actually
this
so
took
dangerous.
such a poor
Everyone in
turn.
the
This is
room's
not.
butthole just
I
cut.
really
Dude,
thought
why is
that
she
it was going to be
acting so-
okay.
What happened?
And I'm realizing I don't know how to do that with a knife.
Oh my God! Is
You don't
that
know how
a
to do
small
anything with a
dog
knife. Holy
dancing over
shit.
there?
How does that actually look okay?
And
What
inside the pot we
happened?
have ketchup.
Get out of my kitchen, Wubby. Despite somehow through all of that producing plates that actually looked good, between the knife skills and the complete and total disregard for kitchen safety, I would not hire you in my kitchen. You just no. You can get out of my kitchen. You'll be there a day, and I'm gonna throw you out mid-service and take over your station. By the way, I feel like at this point that, you know, in the video, put a disclaimer. Shut up. I don't care that it's all just a joke and that they're doing it for content. I know they're doing it for content. I'm also doing it for content. Shut up and get out of my comments. We have Pokimane.
Stovetop, and then we're gonna boil it for up to like
Wait,
an
is
hour. We'll just,
he the one that's
it-
doing all the
recipe
actual cooking? Is she just
normally
helping?
calls For this
Oh,
off
we
of
can rate her on
visual
how well
high.
she helps.
You want to hold it where you have these 2 fingers under here, like this.
Oh, look
So
at
then
you
when
go.
you're-
He not only has good knife skills, he corrected
This is for
them.
the sauce. Want to make sure all the seasoning is done now in the sauce. Otherwise, there's not really a lot of opportunity to do so later in the cooking process.
Would you like
Hot
slippers?
damn, Kevin. Kevin
my
knows what he's
socks.
doing.
This is the only ingredient, since this is already so salty from the fermentation process, this is the only ingredient we're gonna use to season the soup today. So controlling this variable is how we make sure the soup is not too salty and not too bland.
Not only knows how to cook, understands why he's doing what he's doing when he cooks.
This is actually a really
A
good
plus.
candy. None of it was very perfect at all, because I did a lot of things just by feel and by taste, so I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed.
Like my
What a true fucking cook. We stand Kevin in this house.
No way, you just said I have a task for you and you're handing me the microwavable rice. I'm leaving.
Pokey, if your chef tells you to do something, even if you don't want to do it, you say, yes, chef, and you do it. All
This
looks
is
good.
Seafood pancake.
I think that it's totally fair to say that Kevin gets honorary sous chef tier. That was some of the best cooking we've seen all night. Pokey didn't really do much. It's hard to even grade what she did based on her doing very little. That said, you know, because I am trying to find anything to rate her, working under somebody that really knew what he was doing. She was enthusiastic. She did ask what she could do. She was trying her best to be helpful where she could. Kevin being the guy who knows what he's doing and cooks kind of was just in kind of get out of my way mode. But Pokey had the right attitude. I'm going to put her at a stage because of the experience she got with him and her good attitude. We're going to give her a shot, and if she can make the cut, she can make the cut. We have LilyPichu. Washing rice is a good start. Can't work under pressure. That's bad news. If you can't work under pressure, you can't be a cook. Okay, so far we've garnered almost nothing from this. Lily didn't really do anything. Much like Pokey, she did very little. However, she didn't do anything that would make me say, get the fuck out of my kitchen. But she also said that she can't work under pressure. And if you wanna be a cook, you have to be able to work under pressure. That I can't put her get out of my kitchen, but if she can't cook, yeah, dishwasher. We're going dishwasher. I think that if she can hold down the dish room and maybe get acclimated to some pressure, she could be on the line. But we can't put her in the kitchen until she's proven that she can handle it. Ms. Kiff.
Good, look at that.
No, that's not.
Good
You just
job.
get the pan hottest,
Okay, so
fam.
look at
Come
that
on.
nice sear we got going.
Damn.
Don't make me move you down from line cook.
Perfect.
That's a
So I'm
lot.
gonna put it on that side. I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar. It's actually just a hint, which makes it a little sweet,
What the fuck, Ms. Kiff?
but zesty. On top of that, we're gonna be adding some whey protein. I feel
Oh
like it's
my
good.
Ms.
God.
Kiff,
Wanna make
no.
this thing-
Why
Aw.
are so many of them putting protein
I
powder
just
and
don't want
shit
you
that
to
they don't need to be doing?
content, you know what I mean? You
Don't do
promise.
This is
Don't
the
tell
third
Ehrensperger,
video
don't
where they're
tell
adding
Ehrensperger.
protein powder.
Don't worry.
We've
He
added a
has
lot of
completely ruined
One
this
thing I
game.
actually really do. Steak. Some steak is in there. We have frosted flakes. We have a little bit of C4 because I know she has to go home soon and she has to drive home. So to keep her energized throughout, I put a little bit of C4 in there so that way she's able to get home and zoom in. We also added a dash of White Claw, which is probably like about like 1,000th of White Claw. Just for a little zing. It tastes good. It's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel fucking baba booey.
Mizzy, come on. That's a very easy get the fuck out of my kitchen, Ms. Kiff. That's bad. Way to just ruin a perfectly good piece of meat. So we have Sodapoppin, and this is his dad teaching him how to cook for the first time ever. So let's see what happens here.
All the time. In fact, they don't hardly eat breakfast. But that's okay. Nevertheless, we're going to make omelets.
What an American
In the
opinion.
afternoon,
The
so we
French
need
don't
that
eat
French.
breakfast.
So we need to start off.
Goddamn
their
commies.
eggs.
His dad seems cool
We're
as
learning,
shit.
right?
Yeah.
You're
He's
gonna
got a
go for it.
badass
You're
handlebar
gonna enjoy this
mustache.
So much there you go.
Soda's dad just looks like he
What do you
knows how
do
to
for
build
fishing?
a
You can do it
fire.
with one hand. That, and believe it or not, that's an omelet.
Oh, he did a try roll.
Wait, we're done.
All right.
One side of the omelet's gonna have everything, the other side.
Look
my
at
God.
that! I'm so proud of my son.
Yeah, you're damn right.
So proud of you. You've done something right in your life once. Well, I'm kidding. Oh, whoa! That's a good-looking omelet.
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad.
We got ham.
An easy dishwasher. I think that he followed instructions well and he executed them well. The egg looked good. However, he has no idea what he's doing in the kitchen. But he can take instruction, so we can put him on dish for now. We can give him some light prep work to start a shift off. He can move from there. We can move him up to the line. But I think Soda is an easy dishwasher. Soda's dad, honorary sous chef or lead line cook. I don't know that I would go quite as far as sous chef, but he's definitely an honorary lead line cook. 100%. Soda's dad's great. I want to hang out with Soda's dad more than I want to hang out with Soda. All right, next up we have Emiru. Her knife skills leave a lot to be desired, but they're not the worst that we've seen.
I agree. Fuck
Yeah, her
mustard
knife
and
skills aren't
everything.
great, but they're not like giving me full anxiety.
Bomb. It
A
seems like
little
no
bit.
one's in the middle of the.
She didn't blow me away, but she didn't really like make me nervous or do anything that like. She was definitely the brains in that kitchen. I think we can put Emiru at a solid stage. We can stage Emiru for a shift, and if she can hang, we'll hire her. I think that Emmy's one of those people that if you just like give them a shot to like prove themselves, they'll show up. I had actually initially just looked up to see if Myth did something, but this is Myth and Hamlin.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure you cut away from the body.
Yeah.
There we go.
Make sure you cut away from the body is smart,
Very
but that
careful,
is
you know what I'm
not
saying?
how you
You've done
pour
this before?
lettuce.
I've done this
You
before,
just need to
bro.
slam it down on the
This shit
table
against me.
before.
Oh, he got it.
Now you need to smash that patty down.
You done heard him. I heard him, G.
You need to smash that patty down, or it's going to take forever to
Frederick,
cook.
my man.
No, he's cutting it
Be
in
very
the
careful
pan.
here.
That's
nice.
What are you doing?
Oh,
Jesus. That's a little rare right there for a burger.
You like that? Yo, love
It'd have been
that.
fine if he had smashed it down. We're going to put Hamlin's on dish because he has potential. But we're going to keep him in the dish room for a while to humble his ass. And when it's slow, we're going to pull him up to the kitchen, show him a couple things. And if we can beat some of that arrogance out of him, some of that cockiness, we might be able to make a line cook out of him. But for now, Ham's going in the fucking dishwasher. Ain't no way I'm putting him on my line until we beat some sense into him and teach him some stuff. And not give him a smoke break. Everybody gets a smoke break. If you come back and you're fucking faded and you can't do your job, then you're out. I'll give you a smoke break. But it's on you to not be an idiot about it. Chili cheese dog with mac and cheese. Okay.
We're just gonna
pasta sauce for
honestly
your
just put all the
chili.
pasta
That's
sauce in there.
I like the way you pour
not
it
a good start.
Thank you. So
He's
how
putting
do you
black beans
extract
into
the black
fucking
bean water
marinara sauce
without getting the black? Here, look at this
Ooh.
strategy, which is okay. Okay.
Oh, dear God, he's wasting product. Wasting product like
People
that.
put
I don't
onions
know
in
how
their
much
chili.
I can forgive
Yes,
that.
they do. That's a wholesome bowl of chili right there. That's a wholesome, that's a wholesome,
It's so
hearty.
watery. We're putting myth on dish. Now, the whole wasting product almost said, get him out of the kitchen. But I think we can have him on dish. Now, what's interesting is we got both him and Hamlin's on dish. One of two things is going to happen. They're either going to fuck off in the dish room, but somehow be like a powerhouse team where like you can just trust Hamlin's and Myth to like get shit done in the dish room, or they're going to fuck off and not get anything done, and I'm either going to have to fire one of them or I'm never going to schedule them together. Those are the two things that are going to happen. They're either going to be shitty dishwashers together or they're going to be amazing dishwashers together. There is no in between. But Myth and Ham are both going in dish room. Hamlin's we might move up to a line cook. Myth, I don't know if we're going to bring him up to the line. We'll see how he does. But that's the tier list. This is how Launchpad's kitchen is going to run. We got QTCinderella as our sous chef. Nobody surprised there. We only have 2 line cooks, unfortunately, so hopefully some of our stages can get hired. We're set on dishwashers, and we got a handful of people that just are not welcome in the kitchen. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Once again, there's a little sub button down there that you can click. There's a little thumbs up down there that you can click as well. Doing both of those would really help me out. Leave a comment down below. Tell me which streamer you think should work in my kitchen or which streamer would work in your kitchen. And I think that about does it. I love y'all. I'll see you soon.